This time I read completely a different kind of book, truly an academic and research-based book, From Family to Police Force, Security and Belonging on a South Asian Border. The book is written by Indian researcher, professor and anthropologist Farhana Ibrahim. From Family to Police Force is an ethnographic study. It's not just about policing, it is about people, about families, about communities. It is an interplay of security and identity on how people lived and negotiated their everyday life in the border area. The research and study is based on the place Kutch. It is in Gujarat, in the western border of India. Caste is a kind of remotest region in western India, and it is a home to many multi-level communities: pastoralists, fishermen, traders, farmers, and it is also a kind of hub of Indian Army, Air Force, Border Security Force, central and local police, intelligence agencies, and so many. It is a place where state and security are tightly intertwined and heavily intermingled with each other. To many of us, border is a kind of rigid place, kind of rigid lines, but Farhana Ibrahim shows us something different, something deeper. That the borders are lived spaces, constantly shaping and reshaping by social relationships and networks, trust and kinship, and on the other hand with suspicion. This is especially important in South Asian border areas, where colonial legacies, partition history, modern geopolitics are immersed deeply in times of vulnerability, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This book consists in two parts. Part 1 is landscape of policing, and part 2 is policing and the family. With these two parts, the book consists 5 chapters. Number 1 is policing everyday life on border. 2, militarism and everyday peace, gender, labor, and policing across civil military terrains. 3, policing Muslim marriage, the specter of the Bengali wife. 4, blood and water, the Bengali wife and close-skin marriage among Muslims. And the last chapter is the work of belonging, citizenship, and social capital across the Thar Desert. The core message of this book is, policing in border areas is just not about the surveillance, not about the force. It's all about relationships and networks. The author explores multiple forms and sources of policing structure on a microscopic scale, such as individual level, family level, and religious community level. Kutch as a border area and police working there are considered not as outsider, kind of insider. Police also maintain and recruit their local staff as their source of information from that region. The book presents the existing anthropology of policing within a social and historical context in South Asia with the prism of caste. Policing practices are embedded here with family relationship, community, kin, and marriage networks. And due to all this kind of cessation, the lines between the state authority and social intimacy is a kind of blurred here in this area. Two significant stories from the book captured my attention, and that is one. And from the part 1, the story is about Viranganas, the Patidar women who sacrificed their image in 1971 during the war between Bangladesh and Pakistan. They are not only Viranganas, they also rebuilt a bombed runway. But unfortunately, their works and contributions are hijacked by the local politicians in many occasions. And the second story, the story of Muslim Bengali wife. They are considered a kind of a good wife because of their maternal kin network and marriage migration. Farhana Ibrahim uses a decade-long detailed ethnographic research based on real conversation, daily routines, local dynamics, and of course with local languages, to show us how belonging, suspicion, or loyalty are negotiated, settled in everyday life in border area. And on the other hand, the author also reminds us that behind every checkpoint, but behind every security fence, behind every security surveillance camera, there are people with histories, relationships, and a struggle. Policing here in such areas is just not only about a crime control tool, rather a deeply human and political act. Inclusion and exclusion. And because of such political dynamics and narratives, Biranganas, Muslim families, and Bengali have sometimes considered by the security apparatus as other. From family to police force. This book is published by Cornell University Press in 2021. And it is a kind of valuable academic research book, not only for understanding the discourse of policing in the border area. It is very much important and poignant for the students and researchers of anthropology, criminology, sociology, migration studies, and of course, political science. Thank you very much for listening.